There are no rules to art, and there are no rules to self-expression. And when it comes to something like what we were doing, the rules were make something impactful. I'm a Seattle-based artist. I've been here for about 15 years, work in mixed media. When I say mixed media, I really mean like everything from digital to analog. Sometimes I'll create a digital piece, print it out, rework it again, and then do a lot of analog stuff to it. I'm from the South. I was born and raised in North Carolina. Just was always into everything. Got my first camera when I was 13. If I had any money, I'd always spend it on art supplies. It was always like art, art, art. When I saw Cy Twombly's work for the very first time, it reminded me of being a child, and I just locked into that. And it's always been a part of me. Like, there's always the child inside that's just experimenting and trying whatever. And when I discovered Basquiat, that was earth-shattering. That was really instructional. So what we have here is a number of items from my grandfather's archive. Most importantly, documenting his history with the U.S. Marines. He was one of the first Black Marines. And I can only imagine what that would be like to be the first to be admitted into the Marine Corps. That's my grandfather there. That's my daughter. It's just a reflection of my practice of drawing strength and drawing inspiration from my ancestors. You know, a few years ago, I was very sick. I was hospitalized, and my family was really what powered me through. They've been hugely instrumental and influential on my work. So after I got out of the hospital, as part of my recovery, it really took to drawing a lot. And through that sort of healing process, I developed a style of continuous line and movement that really started kind of mapping my mind and mapping my brain and my emotions and feelings. I work in abstraction because it's intuitive and it's coming directly from me. Everyone enters it from their point of view because it's abstract, and then they bring their culture to it. Part of my artist statement is all about how I've turned to the diasporas of the world when I felt like white culture was done with me. A big life-changing event was the Black Lives Matter mural that we painted in protest during the CHOP. That changed everything. It was a lot of strangers who came together to make a statement. Everyone had their letter and did their own design. There was no oh, it's gonna be like this or that. None of that. It was straight up Black and Indigenous people, let's go. Black Lives Matter is just another iteration of Black folks standing up for their rights. It's part of the whole history of us trying to get acknowledgement, trying to get not even acceptance, just acknowledgement that we're people. We're no longer chattel. We weren't in the first place. I always say perfection is in the practice. That's what I'm most proud of, is that I'm a practicing artist. It flows into me and out of me. I follow my intuition, I honor my ancestors, and I feel that that's the accomplishment.
Catch Art Zone Friday nights at 8 and anytime online at seattle.gov/artzone.